In your applauses, drum roll, please. Mike Pelach, lazy ass, do well. Lazy ass, do well. Mike Pelach.
Madam Toastmaster, dear fellow masters, honorable guests. I've always been a lazy ass, but I always was a curious boy. And this wonderful combination guided me through a life, especially when I get in touch with different cultures. Let's start with my English. First, I got English from computer games, from quests. And my first quest was Leisure Suit Larry. This is a story about a guy who is trying to seduce wonderful women in creative ways, usually without much success. And through this experience, I enriched my English with the lame pickup lines. Do you believe in love at the first sight? Or should I walk past you once again? Your eyes are so blue. They're as blue as a window cleaner. Did you just fart? Because you blow me away. In a strange turn of events, next I was pulled into academic English. At university, to pass exams, I have to do thousands, which means I have to get current academic journals and do translation of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of words of academic English. I was a lazy ass, but I was a creative lazy ass. So I brought translation of some metal lyrics. Cannibal Corpse or Slayer. Add rainy blood from the lacerated skies. Our teacher got pale. Add trapped inside your head, mutilated living dead. She tried to throw up. Finally, add brains turned to soup, ears are dripping goop. She fainted. I got my passing degree, and I was exempted from doing thousands for yet another 2 years. This worked for other subjects as well. Geography. We had to keep a journal of weather, recording rain, recording winds, and at the end of the month, we have to bring nice charts showing temperature and winds and all this stuff. I was a lazy ass, but I was a creative lazy ass, and I spotted an opportunity. I got an access to a computer. You could giggle as much as you want, but it was a big deal in 80s. And computers were big, really big. One I used, it's occupied a whole huge room on the first floor of the university. And you know how it stored data? It stored data on punch cards. One punch card is one line of code. One punch card is 1 day of observations. A pile of punch cards is one program. Victor has it. No, it was no disks at that time. It was just punch cards. And you know, you have to type the program on punch card and feed it into your computer. And only then you start getting a printout, which is coming in a very long strip of paper. And actually, printer was very big at typewriter. You have no charts, and all charts are coming in typewriter symbols. But it was so cool because you force this big machine to do things you want. And next month, you simply produce new charts by feeding new pile of cards. And I got a valuable lesson learned. Never ever spend 10 minutes doing things by hand when you could spend 10 hours failing to automate it. I keep wandering around, meeting people from different walks of life, trying to understand their way of thinking. And sometimes their way of thinking is quite different from yours. And sometimes it's mind-blowing. Once a linguist friend of mine told that the bottle of alcohol gets drunk along with the person who drinks it. Boom, mind-blowing. But putting yourself in other shoes, other people's shoes, help you to see things in perspective. It's also helped you to borrow new tools and methods. To do thousands at university, I have to get journals from the library, and it took time. You have to fill in a form which you have to bring to a desk, and then a librarian go on very long walk to a distant shelf to get your journal. It took time, and I had a very long reading list, and I was very impatient. So I borrowed the technique from my computer friends, DDoS. Have you ever heard about this? This is called distributed denial of service. It's like a gazillion of Chinese hackers type in one password, Mao Zedong, to Pentagon server until it's kind of, okay, come in. So I came back with 5 friends, each having 5 requests, total 30. Got my journals and did my thousands. Dear fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, crossing cultural lines could be very challenging for lazy ass. It could be a great fun if you're curious lazy ass. And ultimately, it could be very rewarding. Once I coaxed a dance class into dancing about statistics. Statistics obtained from sounds. Sounds of Moldovan tongue twister. Moldovan tongue twister consisted of vowels only. O-I-A-I-A-O-I-A. And this story I'm going to tell you next time. Thank you very much.